All right, we're going to click on this section, enable sectioning thing here, see what comes up. Okay, so this is what comes up. Let me just go back to where was it? View here. Get rid of this person that's hanging around. All right, back to sectioning tools. All right. Click in here. Let's drag out a bit. All right, where's this section? I mean, I clicked on sectioning. Well, where is it? I can't see any sections happening. All right. What if I click on this move thing here? What happens? Ah, there you go. We get a section plane come up. All right. So you got to click on one of these tools here for something to come up. That's my section plane. So why is that section plane there? What does it do? Well, let's have a look around. Where is the section plane? Well, there it is. It's on the other side of the building. And yes, because it's going through that section there. All right. We can see that through. Okay. Well, that's section plane 1, it says. All right. So if I go down here, there's more. Okay. Section plane 1 is on. It's got a little globe there. I can put section plane 2 on as well. Okay. So section plane 2 is.
So it's someone's done that in Revit or something.
Yeah. This someone has done it in Revit. You're saying?
Yeah.
Yes. This drawing, I'm pretty sure, was done in Revit. And you can see all the mechanical, electrical, plumbing stuff as well in here. Well, there's the mechanical stuff. So it's all the consultants' drawings come together in one to have a digital building almost as built, and just check out the spaces and see where the clashes are and things like that. I mean, you know, if we look at AutoCAD being around for decades, it's probably mature now. If you look at Revit, it's been around a little bit longer. It's probably about a late teenage years. And if you look at Navisworks, it's probably an infant or maybe just starting to walk, or maybe going to primary school. You know, like it's that level. It has a lot of room for improvement yet. So it's these tools are, if they look like they're basic and can't really see why we even bother using them. We're using them at a basic level at this point, so we can just, you know, and that's useful enough. Like, you know, you never had this ability to bring all your 2D drawings together and somehow visualize a space. I mean, that's great. That's a big thing, really. And you've got to appreciate, you know, where we're at with the software and how much you can do with it at this point. So, and of course, this being the free one, you can do even less. Right? So, but it's getting there. All right. So, anyway, that's the little section planes, and you can move these things around. So if I move in, I'm getting this section to cut through a different level. All right. Not sure what happened to the second one I had turned on. I can't see it. Well, maybe. Not sure what happened to it. Or is it off? No, see. What I like using is actually under here. I like the section box, this one here. That puts the whole building in a box situation, like that. So I can actually manipulate it any way I like, any plane I like, really, in a way. So, okay, so what we've got here, I'm in the move mode. So if I start moving, oops, I can pick these things up and move them. So I can move it back, but the box hasn't changed in size, it's still big, right? So what I'm doing is just moving this forward, and if I get this green, let's get this green one and we'll go that way. Let's see, we've got through, I'm not sure where I'm going there, sorry. Let's have a look. Yeah. What I'm trying to do, show you, is that you can actually scale, you can even rotate these things. So I can rotate that. So I can get like an angular through there, and then I can go back to move, and I can do that. So if I zoom in, sorry, see we're getting this splay section through, and we can take pictures of that as well. So there, so you can see right down there. You can also scale it, so you can make it bigger or smaller. So if you're, I mean, it gives you a standard one. This time is sort of fits the whole building. But what if it's the building was bigger? You can actually scale it. Let's just move this over a bit. All right, so I can use scale, so I can make this smaller, and that way. Oops. Come around here. So you use different tools that. Oops. Now, once I've got it small enough, I can then move it to position, say, or move back here, so we're seeing a lot more. All right, so it takes a bit of getting used to. And there's a little section of things on an angle still. So, all right, so if we've got that section there, you can actually, if I go back to planes now, you can actually link the planes as well. So you can have the two of them. So I can link planes. If I press that, so I can have one that's. Well, I can't see this one here, so I'm not going to waste too much time with this one. But you can actually link the planes so that you're getting one from the side and one from the front, for example. So the side view is also sectioned. I'll just go with this box one for now. Hopefully it's there still. All right, so there it is. If I don't want that thing happening, I can just like unhighlight these tools here, and then we don't have any the section plane showing up in our view. So I want to, for example, I want to take a view of this now. So if I've got a viewpoint, let's see. So I can't take a view of this. Keep reverting back to the full one. In that case, I could have gone here if I was in the full one and taken a picture of that. But this one here, I don't think will let us. No, you can only edit the current viewpoint. We'll get to that in the other one. So really all we can do is just section through and just look through here and do a few other little things like that. But I think I'll let you play with that a bit, just give you the feel around this. There's one more thing here you can measure, which is the other important thing to do. You can measure start point. And it's only got a couple of different edit options for measuring, like endpoint, intersection, that sort of thing. So if I go there to there, usually works in meters, by the way. All right. So it just shows you that. Now if I go from there to there, it's that. Now you can usually, just give a sectioning. Stop sectioning, you just go here, like disable it. All right. So if I go to measure here, we have this thing here, so that clears the measurement. So you know, notice the measure. If I do one here, all right, there's a measure there. If I want to get rid of it, I just go to this clear there. You can have other measuring tools here. If I go through them, point to point, all right. You can have. Here we go. It's the one that's a path, a cumulative. So you can click here to up there, and just give you the perimeter sort of thing here. Measure angles, measure area, measure shortest distance, which is good for confined spaces. So you can measure, if I can get to this thing, you can measure from the air conditioning we had before. For example, you want to measure the shortest distance for something round. For example, here, how do you measure from these pipes here? You want to know the shortest distance from here to here. It'll work out. In other words, what's your the maximum space you've got to maybe push something through, so it'll work it out for you. All right. And transforming, actually, it's the way it does it. If you find that video later on, you'd understand what I mean. You have to measure something first, then you transform it. Basically, you move it. All right, so that's how that works. Totally different concept to Revit and AutoCAD. And converting to red line. So for example, I could measure that to that. If I want to keep that there, I'll go here and I'll convert that to red line, and it stays there. And it creates a view for me, and I can rename it, check, for example. Right. So if I go to here, there's that. If if I go to here, here's my check thing that comes up. All right, so that's a few little tools there, and basically the little booklet here will run through some of those tools for you as well. All right, I'll leave it there. Now, what we have just discovered there, by the way, is actually a cheat way of creating a viewpoint, all right? Because normally you can't create a viewpoint or a view like that. So, where are we? Let me just get out of this thing here. Where's my home? Click that, all right? So if I go back to here, if I want to highlight something here, and I say, okay, we're going to talk about this thing here, perhaps just something I sort of discovered then. If I click here and I do, because I can't take a view, like I can't make I can't take a picture of this. So if I did this though, and put something there and I just say redline, and I just discovered then that you can redline that, it actually allows me to create a saved viewpoint without being normally able to. So I can call this one here pipes, for example. If I go in here, pipes. All right. Now, can I then save this and then come back to it? Well, let's have a look. If I go to here, can we publish it? What can we do with this? I mean, it's fine to redline it, but how do you do it? I can't see where I can save this. New, open, so you can't publish it. So it's not very useful. But let's see if we go back to here. Back to viewpoints over here. That's where they're saved. I can right click and I can with the main one I can actually export them out, but I'll see if I can find that for you. But anyway, for now you can actually do that. I'm not sure if it's any use, but obviously if you can't save it, it's not very useful. All right.
What about save workspace?
The view tab, save workspace, only saves these things here. It doesn't save. It's certainly the way the user interface works. Yeah, so you can't save the actual file. So if I go,
isn't that the whole point?
The whole point, or
Yeah, that you can't do anything.
yeah, you can't.
Otherwise, people would reckon it.
Oh no, but you can save. Normally, you can save in the full blown one. You can save this file as another DWD with a with the markups, or just that markup I put in there in the viewpoints. Yeah, and that's what I was trying to do to send it to someone else. But obviously, they don't want you to do that in the free one. Otherwise, you have to buy the big one. All right, so we'll stop that then.